Bismillah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Here I'm going to show you about my portfolio for this year, for 2024. This portfolio included for my profile, education, skill, experience, competition experience, project gallery, programming gallery, design gallery, other certificate, and network gallery. So my establishment here is to explain to you all of the things here, from profile until my network gallery, from all of my project here. Here is my profile first. We can go to the profile. A young programmer who loves technology and futuristic infrastructure and interiors. Yeah, it's me. It's so next in education. Yeah, in my education journey, I have graduate from my elementary school from SD Tibunaya Padang Sidimpuan from 2015 till 2021. Here I focused on learning about my religion, and of course I was learning about just all of general programs like mathematics, science, and more. Next, and now I have I have continued my study program in Indian boarding school in junior high school level, and this will be my last year in junior high school, and I will continue my next stadium level in senior high school or vocational high school. Here I'm focusing on learning technology and computer, like programming, designing, and networking. A few of networking I've learned here, and here also I've continued my study on my journey of learning my religion, Islam, and here I've got a lot of knowledge about Islam and IT, of course. And in this school is the first time I was trying to speak with English. Next is my skill. In my programming skill, I've learned a lot of programming language, or maybe Bootstrap or framework. But here I will just told you about a few of language and framework that I've learned. Is the first is Kotlin. Here this is this is a language that used by Google or Android for code in Android, so we can make an application from this language. And over there there are XML layout. This is like, I think it is like a framework or maybe a language, I don't know, but I have mastering at this thing. And this is for we can make a UI from a UX designer to be real in an application. And next I've learned about HTML language. HTML is one of the language that we can use for make a website, and this for we can make the bone of the website. And the next is there is CSS language, cascading style sheets. It is for we can create the better design for our website than HTML language. Next, my programming skill, I've continued learned about Java language. Java language, here I've learned about Java when I was 8th grade until 9th grade, but when in robotic materials and Android materials, I learned about Java, how to program it, how to code it. And next, about Python language. I actually have learned about Python since 7th grade, but I don't master it at all. And I continue my study about Python just a few days ago. A few weeks ago. And and I learned this language because I want to do some competition in outside in IIET. Next, I've learned the tools. before I just told you about the language that I've learned, or maybe the framework that I've learned, but I haven't told you where do I code it and what's code engineer I've used. The code engineer I've used for make a website and code Python and Java is Visual Code Studio. It is a common code engineer for all the programmers involved. And the next, I've used Android Studio for make an application in Android Studio program in my school. Next, my design web and UI UX skill. Here I got a lot of a few designing skill, like from Figma. It is our software we can make a UI UX, and a few of designing graphic design. And next there is Canva. Canva is one of the famous tools in internet that often to be used for graphic designing. Same. And next is Modular Creator. It is for we can make an application without coding, without any code typing and any type language code or any typing code. So we just put a block, same as Scratch, if you know. And next is WordPress. Is for make a web design. So we can do web designing here in WordPress, and WordPress got a lot of plugins inside, so we can make an interactive website without typing any code in WordPress. Next is my experience. So you guys will know what is my experience during I learned in IDN boarding school. Firstly is I've done teaching in one of the school near from this school. It's called PGRI Bogor. It is located in Friday Market, near from Friday Market, and I have teach in this school, teaching about graphic design with a few of my friends, and my friends also teach about how to make a website in WordPress by using a free domain. Next, teaching in Haji Haryono Mukana Orphanage. Here, I've just becoming an assistant for a few teachers in this orphanage, and in that orphanage, the main teacher is teach about Scratch and how to make a catching fruit game by using Scratch. Next, make 8 logos for SMKN1 Sipirok. For those who don't know, Sipirok is one of the place or city in South Tapanuli. It is in North Sumatra, and the story I can make this logo is, at a time my mother asked from his principal or headmaster to make a new logo for his school, because the school just changed for the headmaster. But the headmaster didn't like the logos, so the headmaster told my mother to make the new one. And my mother said, if you want to get money, if you need to make me 8 logo for seven major in my school and 1 logo for my school. So I make this logo. This is the logo of the school, and the rest is the logo of another major in the school. For example, network engineer, digital business, and the office management, and many more. Next, my competition gallery. Firstly, it is in international level. It is International Kids Coding Competition, or we known as IKCC. Here I have done some competition here with my friends Kamil, and we make a game about a racing game, but Yeah, Qadarullah, we are not win, but we reached the 13th place in international. The next Pidato competition in Azkia Charisma boarding school. Here I also didn't win this competition, but I just do the best until I can know what is my problem in every competition. And here I have accompanied by one of my friend and my teacher also, Mr. Q.A.R.H, and my friends Aryan Kumarasivan, and he is the third winner of this competition. Next, ID National DAI competition. In this competition, this is the first offline competition that I've won. I learned about DAI, or you can known as Pidato in Indonesia. Here, I have performed a speech or Pidato about the importance of knowledge for Islamic generation. Next, a nuclear storytelling competition is just it just happened a few days ago, or maybe a few weeks ago. Yeah, I go to Nurul Fikri boarding school, Bogor, and over there I'm doing a storytelling competition, and I got the third place of from that competition. Next, Python coding competition in IIETE in Jakarta Convention Center. In this competition, I sadly didn't win this competition, but I got a lot of knowledge here because in IIETE is not only is not only provide a competition, but it provide a campus in outside, so we can ask about the information of the campus and the scholarship. At the time, I asked about the scholarship in Korea, Japan, Germany, and France and England. But because of I still junior high school, so I cannot join their program, sadly. Next, we will continue to the next point. It is project gallery. Next, first is game development with Scratch. Here I've made a few games in Scratch. Like as you can see here, I make Galaxy World Training Bomber Agent and a lot of games inside. And here I made just with Scratch platform. And a few games that I made is Catching Fruit, Take Me Out, Marvel Universe War, The Defender, Fruit Ninja, and so on. Next, it is in game development build box. So we learned about game development here, not just in one platform, but in two platforms. The second platform is Buildbox. Here I learned how to make a game, a 2D and 3D game by using this platform. But sometimes I getting bugged or maybe getting forced close in this platform, so maybe it is kind of unportable. Next, web design with WordPress. So I make a lot of websites in WordPress, and a few websites that I've made is school website, personal website, and course website, e-commerce website, and so on. I've make it in WordPress by only using that WordPress itself and a few plugins inside. Next, UI UX with Figma. Here I've make one. I'll show you one of the UI UX that I've made. It is travel UI UX called Explorer. This is, as you know, like Traveloka or maybe Pagi-Pagi, like that, but with more features inside. Next, app builder with Codular. Here I make an application about calculator application. So, but it's not the only application I've made in Codular. I've create name card applications, text to speech, online radio, and so on. Next, app builder with Android Studio. In Android Studio, I've made just only 2 applications, and once more is just into I just make 2 layers. It is e-commerce application and Zikr application, and the Zikr application I've made until it's around 2 or 1 month, if I'm not wrong. Next, my programming gallery. First is my Bitaqwa app using Android Studio. I make an application called a Zikr application called my Bitaqwa app using Android Studio, and the tools here is Android Studio, Kotlin, and XML language. I'm exactly not just using Kotlin and XML language for the code, but I'm using Java also. But I don't really expert or mastering at Java, so I will not say it in my tools. Next, calculator app by using Codular. Here I make a calculator application in Codular, and I make it by using only 2 tools. It is Codular and Figma. Next, Bluetooth control bot. It is a robot that we can control by using our phone, and this robot I've made by code by using microbit.org, and for the application I've used for control the robots, I use microbit app. Next, smart home using Q.A.R.H. I make a smart home here with my friends Faris and Shifan. We make a smart home with 2 platforms. It is Q.A.R.H and Blink app. Yeah, even though we got a lot of bugs, so and then after that we can fix all of the bugs. Next, in design gallery, first is my infographics poster using Canva. Here I make a fruit poster and stop LGBT poster from Canva. And next is I make Twibbon and Instagram posts in Figma platform. In Figma I make no, it is still in Canva, but I make this poster 5 adapt for calling, and the Twibbon for Ramadan. It is the Twibbon I've made in one of the competition. Next, Instagram poster in Figma, like the heart of hellfire, and do you still pray at the grave poster. And the tools I've used is only Figma for this poster. And next, I make a UI UX design as I told you before. It is a UI UX about exploring or traveling. The name of the name of the application Explorer, and I make it by just using these tools, Figma. Next, for my last project in designing, I've made a course web by using Figma. It is manipulating and talking course in Figma, and I've made the prototype and UI UX and upload it on my YouTube channel. Next, other certificate. As I told you in the first time, I have joined one of the competition. It is International Kids Coding Competition, or IKCC. And yeah, as you know, I didn't win this competition, but I get the 13th place from international from around 200 until 300 participants. I got the 13th place. Next, REST API by using Lumen and Laravel. Here is the free certification from Courses Digital that we can join by free, and this course will teach us how to make an API using Lumen and Laravel. And next, Figma Fundamental for Beginners. So here we learn about the beginning of the The first here we learn about Figma and how to use the prototyping, how to get the prototype. And next we will learn about I've learned about data science with Python, but I don't really think I'm mastering at this thing. Next, make a digital project with Canva. Here I've joined one of the certification in Coursera. It is an international certification, and Coursera is I've done my course in Coursera, and this is my certificate of finishing the course. Next, web design with WordPress until advanced. This is a WordPress certification, and at the time my teachers told my generation for done this course for we can know about how to use WordPress to make a good web design. Next, the last point for my portfolio presentation is networking gallery. The first one is ring topology in Cisco. I've made this topology with my friends in 9B and 9A, and we have presented this topology, and we have teach our friends about how to make this topology. Next, bus topology from my friends Azmi's team. He teach us about how to make this topology, and he also explained us about a few things about networking, like about IP address and so on. Next, there is tree topology. Here is teach by one of my friends also, and he also told us how to know that this topology have been work or haven't or getting some problem. Next, it is star topology. It's also from my friends. I've learned it from my friends also. He told us about this topology and also told us about how to run this topology. Okay, from that topology, it will close this this presentation, this little presentation about my portfolio in 2024. And I'm sorry if I got a mistake on my word. Last what I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.